Hello, it's Pedz here. I've come back to do my final verdict, basically a review, but like a shitty review by a shitty person. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a little, very short review of Gremlins 2, the new batch, which was out on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I was eating peanut M&Ms. Back when I was a kid, probably around 8, I had a game called Gremlins 2 the new batch, which is based on the film with the same name. I played it a lot and really enjoyed it. The issue is I just simply could never finish it. I found it really rather challenging. Well, I went back to it recently and finished the game. It's still really tough, but it's pretty fair overall. I died a fair whack, but the game has unlimited continues, which, funnily enough, is something I don't remember from when I played it as a kid. I must have been so annoyed when I was younger at constantly dying, I just rage quit. Oh my god! That was unsupposed to happen, Grum. Anyway, the game is made by Sunsoft. Back in the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, Sunsoft were known for cracking music. And with this game, you can clearly see why. Well, pure why. The soundtrack is top-notch, with fast-paced, interesting tunes that will have you humming them for days and even weeks after. Honestly, the music came straight back to me when I played the game, and I instantly got a hit right in the nostalgia directly through my ears. Honestly, it has fantastic music in this game, and the sound effects are all clear and distinct enough that you can instantly recognize enemies and the like with your eyes closed. Ha! That didn't happen, Grum. What are you on about? What are you on about, Grum? That didn't happen! As I said, the game is hard but fair. I find that the difficulty curve is actually pretty decent, and with the unlimited continues, you can just keep trying until you improve. You will find in areas of the levels difficult. The gameplay itself is a top-down action platform game. You're tasked with getting through the level and avoiding spikes, traps, and pits, while using things like moving platforms and conveyor belts to make progress. There's also a butt-ton of gremlins to deal with. First few you come across are designs based on the films. You have the weird dopey looking one, which bounces around and takes a couple of hits to kill. Another is a cigar smoking gremlin who shoots fire at you. And there's a third that has a propeller hat on and flies about. There are a fair few more also. It's taken gremlins you see in the film, but uses them in creative ways to include them in the game. There's other enemies as well. The typical bats, rats, spiders, and your average, everyday, not of the ordinary giant bouncing tomatoes. To defeat the enemies, you basically fire at them with a weapon. You start off with a weak short-range projectile, and after each boss stage, you get an upgraded one. The items you get all add up to what is the bow that Gizmo makes to kill the spider gremlin in the movie. Oh, but I mustn't forget, you get currency in this game, and there's a door in each stage that you can find that lets you use a shop. The salesman is Wing from the first Gremlins film. Anyway, you are only able to purchase one item from the shop, even if you can afford all three. The items can vary from an extra life, or you can double your health. Another makes the weapon you have more powerful. Earlier on it makes you have a spread, and later it makes you have a fire attack with a large radius of damage. One more item is a replacement balloon. Basically you start the game with a balloon, and if you fall down a pit, you don't take damage and the balloon basically saves you. You can then skip a small portion of the level by hovering above it. As you get one, sometimes you get the option to buy another. The bosses are also very tough. They are again from the movie. They basically move around the room. Think Zelda. Specifically the top-down Zeldas. But in this, you have to shoot them while avoiding them and or their attacks. No! Stop being mean! Stop being mean to me! I'm dead. All in all, it's a great game that I remember fondly as a child. And going back to it recently has made me appreciate it even more. It's actually better than I remember. If you can get it, you should definitely give it a bash. And I've now decided to start rating my games, and I'm using a rating system of 10, but it's going to be Pugsleys, and I'm giving this 8 Pugsleys out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.